up, devils? J-Dog back and some more goddamn questions. First, before some questions, I got some goddamn metal recommendations. The reason I got some recommendations is because today, the video I'm recording this is the day that the top greatest 15 metal thrash albums went up that I put up. And I can honestly say it's very, very obvious, which you guys pretty much said in the comments too, that you really like those. So I did black metal so far, death metal, thrash metal. So I'm just gonna give them recommendations, kind of like maybe more often. Just sometimes I'm like, fuck, I'm already in the office. There's shit out there. But recommendations of shit either just I think of it because I just re-listened to it. Like for example, I re-listened to two things today. Very often spins in general. It's just what did J Dog have on the goddamn player today? What did he decide to bust out? What kind of tune skis? Was it fucking Twink Chapel? Was it goddamn Chelsea's Grin? Obviously, we know what the fuck it wasn't that. But recommendations. These two. It's nothing like outlandish as far as obscure. Fucking the bozos that coming over the comments. They would think so. But not to the guys in the fucking know, not so much. But, there's a newcomer every goddamn day. So go a little bit over that. And also, too, before I show my two recommendations for today, let me know what other top lists you might like. I'm thinking Goregrind, top 10 or top 15, top 20, whatever I come up with. I just gauge it by how I go over the collection of what I think is an appropriate number for me. Because I don't want it to be phony fucking baloney, you know what I mean? Where I'm just throwing shit in there. I'm like, well, I like it. It's like, it's not my top, you know what I mean? But I like it. That type of shit. So Goregrind. I'm thinking about doing top Swedish death metal albums too. The only thing is, let me know what you guys think too. I might even do it this weekend, but I might not. I mean, it just it just depends. It's just been on my. I thought of this a couple weeks ago, so but I do it when I'm, especially on the weekends when I do my office videos once. In case you guys see this before I do the video, let me know if putting stuff in there for the Swedish death metal, if it's just Swedish death metal from Sweden and death metal that'll count, or should it be traditional sounding Swedish death metal? Carnage and Tomb, Grave, Dismember. You know what I mean? The shit that sounds like, and then later bands, Entrails, things like that. Obviously, pretty much all those bands would be something in there on that list. But like, is it okay to put fucking something by Deranged in there? Is it okay to put Hypocrisy in there? Because those are from Sweden and they're death metal, but it's not Swedish death metal sound. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't sure about that too. Not that there's fucking rules. I just didn't. If you guys like, if you're gonna do it, just do the standard Swedish death metal sound. Or like, fuck it, man, death metal album from Sweden, put it in there, goddamn it. I'm kind of more leaning towards that death metal from album. Fuck it, goddamn it. But I just didn't know because when you say Swedish death metal, you're literally thinking Left Hand Path. You're literally thinking, that sound. At least that's what pops in my mind. But fully aware there's other shit that came from it that does not have that goddamn sound. Either fuck who. And yeah, there's any others than Thrash, Goregrind, Swedish death metal. Thought about grindcore, but I don't know. Grindcore would be kind of tough because when I break it down, just pure grindcore, I don't like a ton, to be honest. That I consider just strictly grind, like like the Napalm Death, Bird Flesh. I throw in there. There's not a ton of bands, you know what I'm saying? Again, because I like stuff by like a Gothicles and like Phobia, but I don't love them, and I own like only a couple things, and I'm like, I was good with that. I didn't need a whole fucking catalog of shit. Just like if I put on Pretty Little Flower or something, dumb as fuck name, you're like, yeah, it's good jam and grindcore. I don't even know if I've ever even picked anything up by them, other than I own the split with Bird Flesh. But I don't know if I was like, it's not a top. I put it on, it's good. Like, so I don't know if I would do just a strictly grindcore one. As much surprising that may sound to some guys, like, it doesn't really that much grind. I'm like, I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. I think I would just kind of be pulling shit out of my ass, other than, yeah, okay, probably Scum and probably Law of Autopsy by Bird Flesh, and I'd be fucking, swinging in the air, that shit. I mean, there's a few I'm sure I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I'm just saying, that's, other than tops, I can't think of others. Might be out of tops then. You guys might be shit out of fucking luck. Anyways, today's goddamn recommendations. And the reason I thought to bring this up, because I spin this very, very fucking often. When I say very often, meaning, probably once a year or something. That's often, J-Dog? Oh, yeah, when you got a fucking collection the size of goddamn few thousand pieces and everything comes in, you got to check shit out all the time. Plus, you get band submissions. Yeah, there's no way I can listen to fucking everything 10, 15, 20 times a year. It's impossible. That's why when I see a cover or something that's disinteresting, it's like, got some fucking skiing ass chick on the fucking cover. I was like, I don't even want to like this. I don't got time to listen to this. fucking flower on the cover, Opeth Orchid. Granted, people are like, God, check it out, dog. And now that I'm hearing that, I'm actually, when we get more in the stock, when we get more in stock, I'll give it a true listen, not a YouTube listen, a full fucking stereo listen, and I'll toss in the player because everybody's saying, you gotta listen to dog, that one's great. But when I saw it, I'm like, what the fuck do I want to listen to this for? I barely have time to listen to goddamn shit I want to listen to. So yeah, once a year is pretty fucking often. But it got me thinking, brought it up because not only am I a huge fucking fan of it, and there's going to be the auto loopers who don't fucking know. Hey, there's a 15-year-old born every goddamn day, right? But somebody brought up best metal bands from Milwaukee and shit. And so I'm listening to it today and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot these guys are from Milwaukee. When I think Milwaukee, when I think just the state of fucking Milwaukee, just talk to the state of Wisconsin. When I think Wisconsin, I'll be honest, I'm deer in headlights stick in the mouth. Who the fuck come out of there? May as well ask me who came out of fucking Montana or fucking Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota. I was like, I don't know, fucking thing. Milwaukee, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, Jungle Rock, a couple pop in my mind, but somebody brought it up, greatest metal bands. But this wasn't on the list. I'm like, oh, this is probably this. This is the only thing I own by besides the split 7-inch from Nunslaughter. That's Dr. Shrinker, goddammit. This is the pretty much all their demos up to the 1990. Well, 3 demos: 88 demo, 89 demo, and the 1990 demo. So the second demo's on here first, Wedding the Grotesque. That's kind of like their, I guess, their most popular thing, which I understand. It's kind of it's a full length demo. It's almost like I don't think almost it is like the length of an album. It's like 40 minutes long. This disc in totality is like 70 minutes. This is their Necroharmonic pressing. Very, very nice. It's got lyrics in there. It's got fucking, photos, everything. It's definitely worth getting. This is all I own. I never picked up those Archive 1s, Archive 2, Volume 1, Volume 2 CD LPs. Wasn't it? I think it was Nuclear Now that did those, right? Hell's got them too, and I'm kind of kicking myself. The reason I didn't pick them up, I just assumed it was the exact same shit as this. But on there, it's got the live 88 demo too. Fuck, because I don't have that. So I would have liked to have that because they're a band. We're back, and I got to be completely honest. Listen to the album, like I don't really like it. It lost the goddamn magic. Now, I gotta admit, I only listened to it once. It was a shop listen background. I have considered going back listening to it because you look at it, it's basically a studio recording. Most of the songs on there are the songs from the demos. But I remember just listening. I'm like, it's all clear, and I was like, just lost the magic. Again, one time listen, and that album came out, what, shit, 5 years ago? Maybe even longer than that. It's been a little while, and I'm pretty sure it was the year it came out I heard it. I was like, talk about it. But I have been meaning to go back and listen to it. I don't even know if we have any in the shop or not, to be honest with you. We definitely don't have that CD, because that's the... I don't know if we have anything in stock by Dr. Shrinker. Shrinker's goddamn site. Other stuff. Because I saw, what's his face? I think it was Extremely Rotten Productions. He did the Wedding the Grotesque. That would be basically the best thing. He did cassettes of it. I think just replicas. How it was, and a lot of those are popular. I know we did get those. I don't know if we have any left or not. But I'll just listen to my own personal collection. That's what the fuck I was listening to. In case you haven't given a goddamn flying fuck. People ask me all the time. And I must goddamn say, because I was trying to think, what is my favorite song on here? Which would have been on the Wedding the Grotesque demo. And it's the second track on here as well. Mesmerization of a Corpse. God damn, I gotta fucking say, that might be my fave by them. That is a definite, catchy crusher of fucking canoes. No doubt about it. And what's so cool about the Shrink is I always put them in the category of bands like The Accused, Macabre, Empatego, hell, even Nunslaughter. Now, before you think, Dumbo, what are you talking about? It doesn't sound like any of those bands. I'm not saying it sounds like them. And in the category of that they're in the extreme music style, all starting in the 80s, and literally they don't sound like anybody. There's nobody that sounds like them at all. Like when you put on the Shrink, you're like, yeah, it's death metal, but it's kind of like death grind / death thrash crossover / hardcore. Like you don't fully know what it is. Kind of like Macabre. You're like, it's like death metal, like thrash. Like you don't know. You kind of don't know what it is. Onslaught is fucking devil metal. Empatego just coined it as Goregrind, but They're the only ones, like, usually when you think Goregrind, it's like 99.9% of the time, it's very reminiscent to Carcass. Or sounds identical to Carcass. Abadago sounds nothing like them and the other Goregrind bands. So I kind of always put them in that camp. So you want good, unique, fucking canoe-crushing goddamn metal? You gotta get the fucking Shrink. Again, I'm not talking about the album. I'll go back and listen to it. Remember being disappointed, not complete garbage, but just let down. Goddamn, you want some real fucking metal, some UG metal? The Panini's douche definitely don't fucking know. Go get the Shrink. And I can't remember. Go watch my goddamn Ross Dolan interview. He brought up Dr. Shrink to me too, but I can't remember if it was in the interview, if it was on camera or off camera. Yeah, goddamn, it's good to fucking hear it. An old timer that still knows what's up. But he was speaking very highly of those. Oh, dude, those fucking demos are sick as fuck. I was like, granted, I was fully aware of this information. I agree, and I know other old heads that do. It was just good from a guy of his caliber, that big of a band, was saying shit like that. You know what I mean? Some real goddamn fucking metal. Not hearing anything stupid as fuck like you usually do. Another goddamn banger. Demo as well, goddamn it. We've established a lot of times demos are goddamn best. This might be, in my opinion, the greatest Goregrind demo ever. Probably this, it's between this and like General Surgery's demos. I probably wouldn't put Hemorrhage's first demo in there because it's a little on the rough side, if you know what I mean, as far as the playing and the recording of the demo. It feels a little bit more, I don't want to say professional because I don't want professional for that, but you don't you get the fucking drift. It seemed a little amateurish, just like Exhum's demos. I like Exhum's demos, but they're a little. You could tell it was kids playing. Let's just fucking say that. But this fucking love this demo. This was their first demo by Necrony from Sweden. Severe malignant pustulae. These are nicer now. These we do have in stock, and it ain't sales pitch, and I don't give a fuck if you buy it or not. We probably got this thing in stock 5, 6, 7 times, and it sells out every single time. So I just bought the player again because I was in the mood to listen to it again. And very, very nice. This still just don't fucking shop. I was listening to it, goddammit. This is their best release. They put out that album, then the Pathological Performances. It's a good full-length album. I'm like, death metal album. As opposed to that was like, you could tell, not ripping off Carcass, but it was Goregrind, and they had its own sound that was heavily influenced by that. Just catchy and brutal and sick and raw. But not raw dog shit fucking like, goddamn, can't even fucking mayhem, pure fucking Armageddon bullshit you can't even understand. Not that type of raw. Good fucking raw. But demos for Goregrind, I just thought of it today as I was listening to it, because I mean I always love this demo. I spend that very often as well. And I was thinking, fuck. But first thing that's popped in my mind, General Surgery, especially that double goddamn 7-inch, which was like the demos rehearsals put out years ago. Forget the goddamn label. I think it was a goddamn Italian label. Oh, of course, goddamn it. It's all the same songs from Necrology, but goddamn is those fucking demos rehearsals a banger, goddamn it. I think one of the demos or the rehearsals is on the Relapse reissue of Necrology, and they put it on there as bonus, but not the whole what that release was. So I would definitely eBay that. It's a double 7-inch. I got the red vinyl in case you have a goddamn give a fuck. I think he did 500 red vinyls, 500 black vinyls. Again, I can't remember the goddamn name. It's funny I got it through Hell's when it came out, but this is like, fuck, I don't know, 15 years ago. It's got to be something around there. Because I could say the General Surgery demos and this Necrony demo, I do like that better than the Flesh Ripping Sonic Torment demo. God damn it, who the fuck? Told you I'd call you back in an hour, Canoe. The fuck? What the fuck did you understand? This guy calls me about business, but fucking forgot my credit card or whatever it needs for that date. I was like, I'll call you back in an hour. Yeah. This is 10 minutes ago. What are you doing, dude? Anyways, don't get me started on that. There's a lot of dumb shit like that. But the Flesh Ripping Sonic Torment demo is fucking great. But I always preferred Recaputrefaction. That was just me. And maybe because I heard it way first. I've heard it a few years prior to Flesh Ripping. But that's obviously an up there Goregrind demo as well. But I think the Necrony might be number one. And then again, the Pathological Performances, that's their only full length. Good, but it's like, it's death metal band. And it's a death metal album. This is a good death metal album, but I'm like, and there was better death metal albums. I thought something like Mega Slaughters, Call from Beyond is better. I thought like Authorized Source of Dominion was better, but still a good solid death metal. Wonder if it'll make the top 10, top 15 on my list. The Swedish death metal albums. It's one of them. And then obviously it went, but what about obviously? But they that broke up, fell through, and then they started the band Nazem, which Nazem's another band I need to go back and listen to other stuff because all I have and own and like is Inhale Exhale. What is it? I think it's just called 2.0 or some shit, maybe the second album. I've heard it, but I don't know it. I remember hearing it when it first came out, and that was it. And I just stopped paying attention to it for no reason other than you just did. There's literally no reason whatsoever. I was like, I loved Inhale Exhale, but that was post Necrony. And then that was definitely just straight up grindcore. Talking about greatest grindcore. To be honest with you, Inhale Exhale, if I was to make a top 15 grindcore albums favorite, that probably would be in there. Okay, I forgot fucking something. Anyways, get some goddamn questions. We got three order questions. Let's probably knock it out, fucking out after that 16 minutes of goddamn recommendations. Jason Foster, question from the channel. Don't you hate what people call slam death metal now? I don't know, what do they call slam death metal now? Especially when you remember how slam used to be? Oh, say the likes of Internal Bleeding's Voracious Contempt, question mark. Be honest with you, Internal Bleeding was a band I never got into. Frankly, didn't Internal Bleeding coin the term during their demo era? I wouldn't be surprised. Either them or somebody like Eternal Suffering, or I don't think Suffocation anybody used it, but I'm sure one of those New Yorker guys, probably. In terms of that's military. Now posers mean this bromosexual dipshit redundant breakdown douchecore shit that's at utter best moments as poor as fuck emulation of that past quote slam homeboy don't even deserve the weed they're smoking. So I'll just sum this up, man. I never considered myself into like slam metal, slam death metal, whatever. Now, before somebody comes in here, what are you talking about, dumb? You like devourment, lusting to decapitate, and shit like that. When that stuff came out, like I can tell you albums that refer to, like even Suffocation you could throw in there. Suffocation, Molesting the Decapitated, and Eternal Suffering. Eternal Suffering, what is it, The Birth of Tragedy or whatever, that first album? I like those, and yeah, they got slam ears. If you would have asked me at 16 years old when I was, picking those up, or 14, 15, 16, whatever the fuck age I was, some of that early years, I never say this is slam metal. I just called it brutal death metal, and yeah, I can hear that it's got kind of like the slammier parts. Well, I just thought it had groove to it and had bounce and fucking some catch. I just considered it groove, bounce, and fucking catchiness. Now, when somebody was saying, "Oh, it's got those slam parts," I wasn't like, "Oh yeah, I can understand that definition. I could get it." But I didn't even know. I never even heard people calling it slam. I never called it slam. So catchy death metal. That's what I like. Now I have heard shit where I was like, I don't even know what it is. Where people either send it to me or heard it on accident, or I've been in a show to where it's like that's what they're going for. Yeah, we're just slam metal or whatever. And I can honestly say we're talking 2005, some of that area. I don't know if I like anything. I hear it, I'm like, it's just stupid. It's always just some goddamn juggalo fucking douchebag. Well, who's the goddamn band? The guy that had the most deplorable fucking outfit of all fucking time. I've ripped on him many times. The goddamn, like I showed him on camera. Who's that goddamn band? Wasn't even worth me fucking remembering the name. Sports jersey, sideways cast. The guy's got a fucking grill in his mouth. Literally a fucking grill. It's like, dude, you're just fucking with me now. I was like, this is just dumb. This is just flat out dumb. They took the goddamn vomit remnants is what on a one. And it's like, I can see the slang parts, but when I heard vomit remnants, that was slightly after devourments. And they was like, this sounds like devourment. And I liked it because it was catchy and it was kind of cool. It's from Japan too. But after that, it's getting carried away. Because even when I have my picture with all the vomit remnants guys, and yeah, they're all wearing jerseys and shit like that. I gave them a pass because motherfuckers even speak English. And I was like, probably can't get death metal shirts over there easily and stuff like that. They were friendly as fuck. For whatever reason, it didn't bother me with them. I think just a whole different culture thing. But bands like Vomit Remnants were the first bands I was here. I was like, oh, this sounds like Devourment. Now, granted, Vomit Remnants, it seemed like they tried to put a little bit more of those catchy, slammy parts. Again, when that came out, I just considered brutal death metal that was catchy. But I could see what's like, that's just the beginning of Slam, or early days of Slam. Maybe not beginning, or Trouble Bleeding started, dummy. Whatever. I'm just saying, early days of it. I can see why someone would say that. And then it just got carried away to where it was completely fucking stupid. But Vomit Remnants might be the first band, or at least first band I should say, that I liked, where I'm like, oh, sounds like Devourment. You know, they probably weren't. One top 3, 4 bands that I liked, oh, sounds like Devourment, because Other Prophecy was in there. Sounds like Devourment. Again, I'm not saying it's identical, but it was definitely that scene. Centauri, also both bands on Corpse Crystal, same fucking shit. I'm like, sounds like Devourment. And then it started getting, calling again? What a fucking knob. Like, at what point would you even do that? I told you, I'll call you back, homie. It's not even anything that important. Fuck me, that dude. Goddamn, people are dumb as fuck. Unbelievable. Anyways, you got the goddamn fucking drift. For the most part, yeah. Slam, I think it sucks fucking shit. Never consider myself a slam guy. Like to catch the goddamn death metal. When they say it's got slam parts, I see where the fuck you're coming from. I'm not a complete fucking dummy. You can say Fetus has that shit too. Whatever. I guess I like some of them. Zach Plunkett. J-Dog, deload weeks or no? Oh, he's talking about a gym question. Oh, I know you hate those goddamn gym questions. We're running up the fucking minute too. Like, I want to clear these 2 goddamn questions. Or do you sometimes take a week off for recovery? I've never done a deload in my week, a deload in my life. Just take a goddamn week off, man. I mean, I'm not saying it's useless. I get the fucking theory behind it, but it's just unnecessary. You're not going to lose any goddamn muscle taking a week off. Physically fucking impossible. As a matter of fact, and I know because I fucking looked into the study during COVID time. I think a lot of people brought it up. I forget if somebody brought it up. It may have been Lee Priest or something. I actually looked into it. It's fucking true. Is for muscle atrophy to occur, muscle wasting, they saw it. It was people in hospital beds that literally cannot move at all and are fed through a fucking tube. And you know they're not getting fed a caloric surplus. You know damn well whatever they're feeding them is probably just pure glucose, probably through dextrose, just complete shit. Some amino acids and essential fatty acids just so they don't die, but the bare goddamn fucking minimum. So it's not like they're getting a lot of protein, etc. Even in those extreme scenarios, no walking around carrying the body weight whatever, they did not start losing any muscle whatsoever until 2 weeks. It was a week mark. That's when the muscle waste time occurred. So you're moving around, and if your food stays the same and your protein stays the high, there's no fucking way you're losing any goddamn muscle a week. As a matter of fucking fact, guaranteed, especially if you're severely overtrained and you've been training like a year straight, you don't take time off other than your scheduled days off. I guarantee you, take 7 to 10 days off, you go back to the gym, all your lifts you'll be stronger at. I'm not saying like you're going to be 100 pounds stronger, but like if, say you're doing 225 for 10 on the bench, you'll probably get 225 for like 12 or so. I know because it's happened to me every time. When I took a week off to go on vacation or whatever, always come back strong because you're nice recovered and your body's fully recovered, your central nervous system, everything. So fuck that deload shit. That to me is just a waste of goddamn time. Just give yourself a goddamn mental break, physical break. Just take the goddamn week off. You need to take time. Now don't be a lazy fuck taking a week off every 4 weeks. That's pussy ass bitch shit and completely unnecessary. But to be honest, every 6 months you probably should take a week off. Does the dog do that? Pretty much no. Well, kind of. The way I do it is just been so we go out of town. No matter where I go out of town, I just don't train. So, do I average twice a year? Kind of. Maybe. But that's how I do it. That's how I do it. But if if you're not on travel, you don't go anywhere, you don't do anything, take a week off in June, take a week off, whatever. Just do Christmas Eve to January 2nd. That way you can avoid all that canoe-ness and the gym being closed and also their holiday bullshit. Take that week off too. And I'll give you plenty of goddamn looking list. Hunter Gamario, question for the channel. J-Dog, do you think Hells could ever be as big as a label as like Metal Blade without releasing trendy poser bullshit, question mark? I think it is possible in the next 20 years or so as metal as a whole is getting much larger. It is. Even the extreme shit. I mean, look how popular Mortician is. If you went back 20 years ago, all the old heads, guys my age or older, not that I'm an old head, but compared to the 18-year-olds I am, you went back fucking 20 years ago and told me, yeah, Mortician shows are going to be sold out and stuff. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. There's no fucking way. I'm telling you, I was seeing the Tish in 99. There was 15 people there. That was the norm. It is way more popular. Dude, Immolation. First time I saw them. Failures for Gods. Not even exaggerating. Maybe 30 people. Maybe 30. And I'm being so generous. And I'm talking, when I say 30, man, I'm talking the band's there, people watching, the fucking hot chick selling beers behind the fucking bar, the goddamn janitor, Mitch the Dick who owned the place, my two brothers, me, everybody. 30 people. And that's maybe. That's Immolation. You'll see Immolation now anywhere. I don't give a fuck where. Go to fucking Malaysia and see Immolation. I guarantee you it's minimally triple that on their shittiest, most dog shit fucking night. So metal as a whole is just much more popular. This is more viewed through social media and YouTube, easier access. It's been around. It's coming out of its infancy. Again, I've explained this a million times. People wonder, like, well, I don't know why it was so underground in 1992. The goddamn genre's been around 6 years. What were you doing at 6 years old? Not much. You weren't even playing with your dick yet. You know what I'm saying? 6 years is very, very few to do it. Now it's grown-ass adults. Let's just say, for simple numbers, 7 Churches is the first death metal album of all time. I know it's argued at that, blah, blah, I don't know, it's really scream bloody gold. Whatever. But for simple numbers, let's say 1985. You're the dog, goddammit. Death metal has been around for 38 years. It's not even an old timer yet. It's just a solid adult. Give it another 20 or so when it's pushing to being a 60-year-old man, just like the dog. It's going to be way more popular. So then, yeah, it's possible. For sure. Because just the genre as a whole is going to be much more popular. It's going to be annoying, though, because goddamn, you're going to be hearing a lot of goddamn got boys saying out there, what's heavier than Sequizio, bud? You have those fucking canoes walking around, or something of the like, Frozen Soul, whatever. And then with this last goddamn, also, would Hell's ever vend at a fest like Ozfest? Peace and hail Satan. Only if there was actual real metal playing too, Cannibal and shit like that, because if there wasn't, just as a business venture. Like, for example, we did significantly less sales at Milwaukee Metal Fest, even though there was probably more people there than any of the Maryland Death Fests. Significantly less. Just because the fan base wasn't there. Even though there was more bodies, the same fan base wasn't there. So, if it was just, they have the closest thing they'd have to our, like, what people from Hell's Headbangers order is Cradle of Filth and goddamn Slayer and let's just say even Cannibal, would we vend then? I would say no. I mean, because we probably do, even though there's whatever thousands and thousands of people, we would do dick and sales. I mean, you literally got fucking canoe ass motherfuckers walking up to you. Got any bush for sale, bro? Why the fuck would we have that? How about 311, dude? You would literally get appalling ass questions like that. Now, I don't know if anybody at Milwaukee asked anything as canoe as that, but they asked about got any machine head. Like, they are asking shit like that. I don't know if it was, they ever, like I said, as bad as Bush. God damn, that's fucking bad. I don't know if anybody said that, but they definitely said for Machine Head and some other, like, no, bro. Some definite none slaughter who's were asking shit like that. So I can only imagine what a fucking Ozfest would have. So in that case, no. If it was all the canoe shit, but plus underground stuff, you know, Incantation's playing, fucking Deceased is playing, Unslaughter's playing, fucking they're flying in pharmacists from Japan. Plus canoe shit, then yeah. And then we go. So outside that, no. Comes with the guys watching in the morning. Later, goddammit.